Hello, today I'm going to start with some of the basic motifs of Kasuti embroidery. Let me show you what Kasuti embroidery is. It is a counted thread embroidery which is predominantly of geometric patterns and also of animal and bird motifs, and it's traditional to Karnataka in South India. Let me show you some more of the difficult Kasuti motifs, like this one here, and then there is the bird motifs. But today we will start with the beginning, the simple motifs like a diamond and a diamond with 3 spokes. First we will do the diamond. Generally for Kasuti embroidery we use only the 3 strings of a 6-string embroidery thread, because it's of a geometric pattern, and with most of the time we use it on thin fabrics. It looks best with 3 strings, but if you are using it on a coarse material or a thicker cotton fabric like pillow covers or curtains, you can use a 6-string, then it would look thicker. Otherwise it would bulge a little too much on a thinner fabric. Alright, so let's start with the basic diamond. It's just got 4 corners and 4 lines, so it's very simple. Okay, so you come out from one end here, go into the next, come out of the other, go into the next here, you come back to the starting point here, and now you're gonna trace back in order to complete the diamond motif. So you go back to this point here, and then you come to this point here, and the last one, and the diamond is done. Now with the basic diamond, it is difficult to explain why you need to follow certain steps. I'll show you another motif to explain that. Now let's look at these motifs here. The unique aspect of Kasuti is that the motif looks exactly the same on the front and the back. Let's take a look at this. And if this is the front side, I'll show you the back of it. It's exactly the same. So with the second pattern, I'll be able to tell you why we need to follow it and how we need to follow it in order to not miss a stitch. It's all about following the lines and filling up in the appropriate way. Okay, now we're going to continue with the Kasuti embroidery. I'm going to show you the second motif here. Now if you notice, this has 2 parts, the outer side of the motif and the inner side. It is easier to understand Kasuti and its pattern if you remember 2 ground rules. Number 1 is that it's always easy to start from the outer part of a motif. Let's say you're starting from this part of the motif. So let me show you. You come out from here, and then you go into this part. Now that you've started with this one, it is best you have to complete this whole outer part before you move on to the next part of the motif. So we've come in there. Now we will come out of, you can choose either side, it doesn't matter. Then you go back to the same spot. You should always follow the line. And then you go to the next spoke here, then come back to the center. Now this whole part of the motif is done, so now we will move on to the next part. You've gone in from here, so now we come out from here and go down from here. Now that you've gone down from here, you will have to go back here. The mistake that many people do is, now that you've come down from here, you cannot go to the next spoke directly from the end of the spoke, because there is no line in this pattern which joins these two. So always follow the line and you will not go wrong. So we've come up from here, we've gone down from here, so we have to go back to the beginning. So you've come up here again. Now go down to one of the sides. Here. You've gone down. Now come back to the starting point again, and then go down from here. Come back to the starting point, and then go to the next spot here. Come out of here and finish the spoke, go back to the middle, and then come out of the next spoke here and go back, and then finish the next spoke here and go back to the center. Now that this whole part is done, we're going to move to the next and the last outer part. Come out, go down here. I generally work first with the center and then the sides, but you can go from either side or the center. Either ways, it doesn't make a difference. Now you've gone down in the end, you have to come back to the center again. Always follow the line. Come back. Now go to either side. Go down. Come back to the center. Always come back to the center when you're filling in such spokes, stems, or whatever. Come back to the center. And then go down. Now we just have two parts to be filled. So what you do, you come back, you've just gone up from here and you've gone down in here. Now you come back to this part here, go down in here, come back here, and go down here. Voila! The motif is done.